we're going to give you some tips on how to manifest your perfect 2024. Ready? What do you want? Number one, what do you want? Pastor Tim Story talked about this in service today. Ask God what He wants for you, okay? Not what you want. Because, I wish you could have seen him. I will be sharing that sermon on my Facebook because, hilarious. He was hilarious. We have to ask God what God wants for us, not what we want, okay? I know what I want. I think what I want is what God wants for me, but hey, I don't know. It may change. We'll see. But what do you think God wants for you? What do you feel God wants for you? If you don't know, ask Him. Ask Him. Maybe we do a column, what you want and what you think God wants. Okay? Now, second trick to manifesting is you have to feel it. What does it feel like to get what you want? What does it feel like to have what you want? Walk around the space if it's a building. Walk around the outside if it's your new home. What does it smell like? Is there plants? Are there trees? Is there flowers? Is it concrete? Is it wood? What color is it? What does it feel like? Touch it. Take a picture next to it. Like you got the sign, just sold, just bought. I don't know. Feel it. You got to feel it. You got to feel it. You got to smell it. You got to put all your energy towards that item, right? That thing that you want. But remember, it's a thing. So hopefully your thing isn't just a thing. We want it to have legs. We want it to have meaning. We want it to have a reason. What is that reason? What's the meaning behind it? Why do you want it? Is it your legacy? Is it going to be handed down? Is it going to change the world somehow? Is it going to make somebody's life better? How is it going to make their life better? How is it going to change the world? Imagine the people that it's going to help. Your family, or just random people on the street. You have to feel it, smell it, taste it, touch it. All right. Now that you have it, who's there? Who's there with you? Who's celebrating this monumental feat with you? Who's in it, in the trenches with you? Who are you celebrating with? Imagine that day that your dreams all come true and you're celebrating in your new space or your new place or driving your new car. Let's hope it's more than just a new car. But if it's a new car, it's a new car. Do you see it? Do you feel it? Do you smell it? I mean, I don't know about you. I can taste money. It tastes like fine wine and caviar and champagne. Okay, so now let's get back to a little more reality. What's the first thing that you have to do in 2024 to get one step closer to that goal? The first thing. Write it down. We want to write down all of it. We want to write down what it felt like. We want to write down what it smelled like. We want to write down what it tastes like. We want to write down who was there. And now we're writing down what we need to do first to accomplish that goal. Got it? Okay. Now what do you need to do second to accomplish that goal? You could break it down 1 to 3 months. So January to March, what do you need to do? And we can go April, May, June. What's the next thing we need to do? Now under January to March, what you need to do, you're going to write down 2 things that can go wrong with that one thing you need to accomplish. Now, 2 things each on how you can overcome that challenge. Because the best part about planning is also preparing. So we can feel it, we can smell it, we can taste it, we can desire it, and we're attracting it, right? But there are always roadblocks. So in order to go full steam ahead, we have to know that the roadblocks exist. And now that we're prepared for those roadblocks, we can move a little faster forward. Let's do it again for the second thing you need to do. What things can go wrong, and 2 ways you're going to overcome those challenges. Because they're all just challenges. They're all overcomable challenges. And that's what you also need to remember. There's always a roadblock, but there's always another road. There's always a way around that roadblock. So it may take us a little longer, but again, we're enjoying the journey, right? Because we don't know who we're going to meet on this other road. We might meet somebody on that other road that's going to freaking catapult us and take us on the fast track because they got the ticket. We don't. They might. So we can't get stuck, right? We can't get stuck at the roadblock. We have to realize like, hey, okay, there's a road this way, there's a road this way. Which way do I want to go? And pick one, because you know what? If that doesn't work out, then you go this way next time, right? But you don't know who you're going to meet over here. You don't know the person that you meet over here knows person that, is already in the other state, and they're just going to take you there. So we just have to keep moving. We have to keep shifting. And the better you become at shifting, the better you become at moving forward and a little faster. And then you start seeing these roadblocks as challenges instead of a roadblock that's going to stunt you for a month or 2. Nope. It's like, okay, shift, chameleon. Become a chameleon in 2024. Shapeshifter. You have magic, people. Hello? You can do all things. All things. So, I hope that helped. I hope it was enough. You felt a little fed. You got a little excited. I got you a little fired up for 2024 because you know what? Me doing this for you got me fired up for 2024. So thank you. I'm getting emotional because that's another thing I learned. We can do whatever we want. We can do whatever in the hell we want. Who cares what anybody thinks? Because we're the ones who are growing. We're the ones who are getting better. We're the ones who are learning new things, what works, what doesn't work, what we like, what we don't like. I like to say like our job, right? Our life is a lot like church. When I was going to church, finding a church, like I date churches. I need to know that the church I'm at is the place that I want to give my heart to. Like if they break my heart, because people do, right, that I'm going to be able to forgive them because I know like what kind of people they are and I know what kind of community they are. And the same applies with your job, your life. Like it's okay to try new things, you guys. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to look ridiculous. Like you're not going to die. I'm not dead. So I know I didn't look my best on all my podcasts, and I know they weren't all great. And, I know I was more scared than I should have. I was terrified to do this. I literally put it off to the last freaking day. But you know what? When I came to you, I wanted to come to you. And that came with prayer. That came with going to service this morning and listening to Pastor Frederick before I even got there. Feeding, right? Like what I'm saying, I practice what I preach. I fed myself so I could feed you, and I hope that you feel fed. I hope that you feel a little more prepared to go into 2024 as a regular person like me. I'm just a regular person, but I've learned a few things, in self-development on the way. And I hope that my honesty and my transparency and my vulnerability brought something to you.